Hello everyone, this is Angie at Chicken Scratch, and tonight I'm going to show you how to make this adorable Wild Bunch birthday box using box template 155 and the Wild Bunch stamp set. This is the June product of the month. Okay, so as always, you'll be able to download the free printable from my blog tomorrow, so don't worry about writing down the measurements while we're crafting tonight. If you're joining me live, be sure to say hello in the chat box and let me know if you can hear me. If you're watching the replay, leave a comment and let me know which of these animals is your favorite in this stamp set. There's 3 of them on this box. I'm waiting for that first thumbs up or that first comment. There y'all are. There's Kathy, Joan, Bonnie, Tracy, Kathy, Marianne. You guys can hear me? Perfect. Okay, I'm going to take this image off the screen. And isn't this so cute? Okay, let me post the link for the live chick candy. Okay, I'm going to go over to YouTube really quickly, and I'm going to pin that link so that you guys can find it easily. And while I'm doing that, how many times have you guys listened to the new Taylor Swift song? I posted that on my Facebook page the other day, and not a single person said a word. I'm like, okay, I must be all alone by myself. I wake up every day like singing that song in my head. It's such a happy song, especially if you watch the video of the Toy Story. Okay. If you're on YouTube, the link to enter the live prizes is in the chat box. If you're on Facebook, I gave you guys the link about 15 minutes ago. Oh, wow, Robin, thank you so much. We just got started. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Let's see. So, didn't y'all know that I was going to use this stamp set tonight? Isn't it so cute? So this is product of the month for June. It is available while supplies last. I don't know that we've sold out of any of the product of the months during the actual month. I don't know. That's a good question to ask, right? I should double check that. So anyway, we're using this stamp set, and there is free shipping. Let me post this really quick. So starting tomorrow through Friday, 3 days of free shipping. Isn't that awesome? Okay, wait a second. What did I put on the screen? I have no clue. Oh, I may have put the pick of the month or pick of the week on the screen there for a second. Wild Bunch, $5 when you spend $75. So if you're taking advantage of the free shipping tomorrow, because it's a minimum order of $75, then you can add this to your order, right? For $5. And I'm going to share another project using this same stamp set later this week. I don't know if it's going to be Thursday or Friday. It's not going to be a live video. It's going to be a pre-recorded video, kind of like how I did the reversible fabric basket on Thursday. That was a pre-recorded video. So I have another project I'm going to share with you using the same stamp set. We're using box template 155. So I did originally make this box in August of 2024. I made some adjustments to the template, not any changes to the measurements, but I'm just cleaning it up a tad. So some of you guys have already ordered the stamp of the month or the product of the month. I'm saying stamp of the month, but it's actually product of the month, right? It's so stinking cute. Where did I get my patriotic fabric in my latest? The one that I shared, this one that I shared on Thursday of last week, I got this one at Quilter's Bliss. This is the, that's a local fabric store. This is the one I did in the video. Well, actually, this is the small. I made the medium in the video. I got that at Quilter's Bliss. The fabric for today's giveaway, I don't know. I found it in my stash. So leading into that now, I will show you the live prizes. I guess I should have gone ahead and showed those to you, right? You do have to be present to win. So, option number, let me see if I cannot get this comment thing to scroll up for me anymore. No, the free shipping starts tomorrow, doesn't it? Is it Thursday? Okay, hold on. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought it was tomorrow. Maybe it is Thursday. Would that be Thursday, Friday, and Saturday? Oh, goodness gracious. I got to change all my stuff. Hold on. Let me go to the Stampin' Up! Website. I know a bunch of y'all on here are demonstrators, but I don't know why I said Thursday. 11th. Tomorrow's the 10th. Grr. Okay. So if you looked at that image that I shared earlier, it's not Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. It's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Janie, I was wrong. Sorry, guys. I will clean that image up before the video ends, and I'll repost that. So a correction. The dates are June 11th through the 13th. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Not Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Thank you guys for letting me know that I made that mistake, because I would have been like, what in the world? So yeah, it's not tomorrow. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Thank you, Peggy. Yes, and everyone that ordered the Chick-a-majig. Oh my gosh, thank you guys so much. I literally had the 3D printer going all weekend. It takes 30 minutes exactly to 3D print a Chick-a-majig. And so first thing in the morning as I'm making my coffee, I'd run down here, turn it on, and then all day long, if I left, I turned it off. I don't leave the power on because that thing gets real hot. But it was going all weekend. So yes, thank you guys. I appreciate it. Okay, so I'm having 3 winners tonight for the live prizes. And option A, I'm actually going to give one of the Chick-a-majigs away. So here it is. It has the 2 inches and the 1.5 inches. If you don't sew, you're not going to be interested in the Chick-a-majig, right? Okay, so that's option A. Option B is you get to select either basket. So either the flags or this Tula Pink fabric one. Okay, so that's option B. Option C, of course, is a chick stand. D is this pack of Designer Series paper. This is the full pack, and this is the Brights collection. I don't know what year this was, but it's a full unopened pack. And then option E is this garden green and white chevron ribbon. It's really cute ribbon. Okay, so we'll do this at the very end of the video. Like I said, you do have to be present to win, and I will share with you guys the pick of the week a little bit later. Oh goodness, I still cannot believe I gave y'all the wrong date. Grr. That's okay, I'm human. I always make mistakes, right? If I don't make a mistake once or twice during the live video, then it's not Angie that's live, right? Okay, here's all the supplies. Now, I did go ahead and do some stamping and die cutting, not die cutting. No, I die cut also. But these guys do not have a set of dies. Grr, right? But the price is right. So I went ahead and stamped several of the images off camera, and I went ahead and fussy cut them with my scissors. So I've already got the cow and the koala. I went ahead and cut the greeting too. I did the 3 party hats and the present, leaving just the penguin. to do on camera. Just because fussy cutting and talking at the same time is not the easiest, right? The dies that we're using is the Chic Words and Labels, and this is the one we're using tonight. It fits perfectly on this box. The box measures 4.5 by 3 by 1 inch. And inside of there, I have a stamp and seal. Well, let me open it up. That would be helpful, right? So you open it up. And inside here, there is a Stamping Seal Plus, a brand new one. It will also hold 2 liquid glues. So if you have some stamping friends and you want to give them some adhesive, it'll hold 2 liquid glues or 1 stamp and seal. I'm going to leave that out and put the glue inside because to add the Velcro to the box, it is helpful to actually have something in the box so that you don't accidentally squash it, right? I'm glad y'all like the box. Thank you. It's the images though, right? It's the stamp set. Okay, so I'm going to move this aside and I'm just going to get my basket of images. Since I've already stamped, you know, I'll stamp the greeting and show y'all how I did that. But the rest of them, y'all know how to stamp. Don't forget, all of our stamps now are photopolymer and they do stamp so much better when you use this Stampin' Mat. The paper that I'm using is the new 2026 in color gingham. If you are a customer, it is not yet available yet. If you're a demonstrator, we can pre-order it right now. Make sure y'all can see that. And then now for the penguin. Yeah, so that's the new paper that's going to be available next month. And this is the hydrangea hue color. Now, before I even color that, I'm going to fussy cut it because that way, if I accidentally mess up, well then I haven't wasted y'all's time and having to recolor and redo everything. So I'm just going to quick and dirty cut around it because it's a little bit easier. No, it's a lot easier for me to fussy cut this when it's small. When is the new plate for cut? When? What is the new plate for cutting? The new plate. I think you're talking about the precision. I'm going to have to look online really quick and confirm that before I talk about it because I don't want to tell you the wrong information, right? And it's very likely I'll give you the wrong information considering I just completely skipped over the fact that June 11th is actually Thursday and not, you know, it's not often that we have a special. Okay, I gotta stop talking. When I fussy cut, I mess up. The good thing is a hat's gonna go over his head, so it'll cover that up. What was I saying? Oh, I messed up thinking that tomorrow was the 11th. It's been a doozy of a day. When is it not though? So cute, right? I'm gonna still use this to color because I think it's a little bit easier to see the images. And I am using quite a few impression plate. Thank you, Joy. Impression plate. Come here. Grr, I can't pick it up. There we go. So I'm going to bring all of my Stampin' Blend markers in. This is a lot, right? So we've got ivory, crumb cake, pumpkin pie, Barely Blush, Flirty Flamingo, Smoky Slate, Gray Granite, and Hydrangea Hue. One of these days I'm going to label the other end of the markers. Hey, I'm calling it good if I just get one end done, right? I'm just me, myself, and I in here. So I'm going to start with the hydrangea color because that's the easiest. If you guys need a drink of water, now's the perfect time to go get one because I'm going to be coloring for quite a few minutes. I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to zoom. Notice how I keep saying I'm going to zoom. Somebody remind me to zoom back out when I go to make the box. Okay, and I'm going to put this a little bit closer so I can see what I did before. So I'm going to start with the present first. And this, like I said, this is the light hydrangea hue. So this morning I woke up, well, not this morning, yesterday, the mourning doves decided to return. I had not seen them in a couple weeks. They returned yesterday, and then this morning, it was storming. It stormed all night last night, and it was storming this morning, and I got up. The first thing I do every single day when I wake up is I look out on the deck. I just turn to the left, and I look and see what kind of wildlife is out there or what kind of bird. And the doves were out there. Yeah, the doves were out there. And they've been in and out or back and forth all day today. But they tried to make a nest yesterday. And I have 3 crosses that I have on the very top of our baker's rack. And when they flew off yesterday, because I could see their sticks, I went out there and I took all the crosses down and moved them. They won't build their nest if there's nothing on the shelf. So I feel bad, but I can't go through that again. In fact, Chase was here yesterday at some point when they were out there. And I was like, oh, don't scare them. He's like, stop with the birds. I'm like, I can't help myself. Okay. Done with the hydrangea hue. Set that aside for a minute. And then I'm going to get out this light pumpkin pie. How about wine? Can I drink while you're coloring? Yes, you can drink. I wish I could. The medication I'm on has halted all drinking for me. Yeah. I don't want to have any. I don't have strength in my fingers anymore. I don't know if you guys remember me telling you that I have the hardest time, especially these 2 fingers, using them since my surgery. They still say it's going to come back, but it has not yet. So this is light pumpkin pie. Done with that one. Next, I'm going to take the dark Barely Blush. I'm using this for the cheeks on the koala and the penguin. It's almost invisible, but it's not. And I'm done with that. Nope. Yep. I don't know. I can't remember. Now I'm going to take the light Flirty Flamingo and I'm going to color the ears. Now you don't have to use all these colors. I just chose to because I have all of them, right? And why not use them? I'm going to take the Gray Granite next. That's the color that I use. Nope, that's Smoky Slate. Okay, Angie. Gray Granite. Gray Granite. Okay. So I'm going to take the dark color first. And I'm going to color his nose. Now you can use darker colors if you want to. I hang foil balls where the woodpeckers go. Huh, interesting. I don't have woodpecker issues. Now they do go on my bird buddy and they eat, but luckily we've not had them do any shady things. Okay, now up here, a little bit of dark. And for this, I am mainly using the light color. And I know it might be kind of hard to see on screen, but I like the subtleness of the light. Sorry, cover your ears if you don't like that sound. I actually really like it. I don't know what that says about me, but I think it's time, almost time for me to retire this marker and use my new one, but not yet. I can still see some color. Now, if you'll notice, I left this part right here white. I did not color it, right? He's so cute. I love him. Okay. I'm done with gray granite and I'm done with him or her. So now let's do the penguin. For that one, I'm using smoky slate, and I'm gonna take the light color and I'm just gonna go around his eyes a little bit. And then I'm gonna take the dark. You could use basic black if you want to also, but like I said, I like using lighter colors. Brookie had to go to the walk-in clinic today. That's twice now in, what, a month? Okay, there's those. Now for the cow. Isn't the cow so cute? I just love it so much. So I'm going to start with the ivory color. Now use whatever color you want. Actually, I'm going to start with the blush. When I was a kid, I had to go and bottle feed baby calves in the mornings before school. Why did I share that? I don't know. Okay, so now I'm going to do the ear with the ivory. And I'm going to do this part. And then I'm going to go over the pink with the ivory. So it gives them a little bit of a pink tint, but not a lot. The final color is crumb cake. And I'm going to take the dark first. I know you're probably saying, goodness gracious, how much coloring. The box that I'm going to share later this week does not have as much coloring. But it's so cute. Y'all are going to love it. Oh, I just heard the air turn off. It's so much quieter now. That was super annoying. Although, I'm not going to complain about having air. I know 2 people right now that their air's not working, so I'm not going to complain. We're going to color the rest of the cow with the light crumb cake. And I'm thinking I'm going to zoom out in just a minute as soon as I'm done coloring the cow. Aren't y'all glad I did the fussy cutting off screen? We'd be here all night. And it doesn't matter about coloring the hair on the top of his head, because those little wispies, because we're covering it up with the party hat, right? So Joe said that her AC's been broken since Friday. Oh, I'm so sorry for you. It's supposed to be, I think, like 91 today. It's currently 90 right this second. So yeah, it's hot. I've been inside all day, so I can't really say anything. For the greeting, I'm going to take my small trimmer and I'm going to cut and then cut. And then use the scissors to angle cut one end and just cut the other end like that. So now all of our images are ready for the box. So cute. I'm going to put this here. That's our die. And we're going to make the box now. I say I would die without air too, but I have gone many a days without air. I still can't believe when I was 16, my daddy and I lived in Florida and we had no air conditioner. And I really thought I was going to die. Dave would be like, "You're so dramatic." I'm like, "I know." Okay, so on the 9-inch side, you're going to score at 2 inches, 3 inches, 6 inches, and 7 inches. On the 8-inch side, I'm going to score at 3/4 and 1 3/4. And I'm going to do that on both sides. So 3/4 and 1 3/4. If you guys ever see a mistake on my templates, please let me know. You will not hurt my feelings. I make mistakes all the time, so it doesn't offend me. I just want to have the opportunity to fix it, right? Okay, so I'm folding on all the score lines and burnishing with my bone folder. While I'm doing this, so I had a little giveaway that I announced on my blog on Tuesday. Since I shared a new sewing video, I posted on my blog that I was going to give away one of the smaller fabric baskets. So I need to press this, by the way. It's kind of wrinkly. I had 28 comments. Not a lot, right? So the winner was Shauna. Shauna, I emailed you today that you won. I just need you to confirm and give me your address. Okay, so box template here. So you're going to remove all 4 corners. So I'm going to cut up to this score. Oh, wait, I forgot to zoom out. Hopefully y'all were able to see the box. Was that out of the camera? Somebody tell me before I proceed. I knew I was going to forget to zoom out. So somebody tell me, were y'all able to see the scoring of the box, or do I need to rewind? There goes the R's and the W's, right? Do I need to recap the scoring? Hey, Becky. Do I need to recap the scoring before I move on? I was not zoomed back out, so I don't know if the scoring was, it was fine. You could see it. Phew. Okay, good. Okay. Sorry about that. I need to have like a little timer, right? So we're going to remove all 4 corners first. I'm not doing a very good job of cutting that out. There we go. Okay. Now, in that corner, and this corner. Now, the next part is we need to remove this piece here on all 4 corners, okay? So, remove that. Come over here and do the same thing. Dave's grilling hamburgers tonight. Doesn't that sound good? We haven't had them in a couple weeks. Okay. So now, when you're looking at the instructions, you'll notice that this side and this side is exactly the same. And this side and this side is exactly the same. Okay? So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to, it's easier to do it this way. We're going to cut up to that score line, and then we're just going to angle cut these tabs. And that's one of the steps that was not listed in my instructions, was angle cutting these tabs. And that's kind of important. If you've been making a lot of boxes, or if you've made a lot of boxes, the angle cut's kind of important. It makes it so much easier to line everything up. Okay, let's clear these little shards or whatever they're called. I don't know. Now we're going to take our corner rounder. Oh, I just found one other piece of paper. I'm going to round. Goodness gracious, I'm just looking at my cutting. It's like, girl, you need a new prescription on your meters. Okay, so I'm going to round the edges of this section. And then down here. Row. Now we're also going to round the edges of this. Now, technically you don't really have to, but I just think it adds something to it, right? Last one. So here is our box, and we're just going to add adhesive to these 4 tabs. And I can put my template away now. Thank you. I appreciate it. I try so hard to make the templates really good, but I do find mistakes afterwards. So that's why I'm saying, if you guys ever find a mistake, please tell me and let me fix it. Because today when I was looking at this one, I was like, okay, I made a mistake right here. I didn't put a comma. I put a period after the 2, no comma after the 3. So that's 2 mistakes there. Then I noticed that there's no solid lines here. So I drew those in with my pen, and then I didn't have an angle cut. Anywho, I'm human, not perfect, nowhere near perfect. But I'd like to have really good templates, right? It's a good thing they're free. Okay, so I'm just going to bring these walls up. Somebody asked me the other day why I use the Stampin' Seal Plus now instead of the tear and tape. I still use the tear and tape sometimes, but guess what? This stuff, it's fast and it works, right? So, okay, so here is our box, and we're going to keep it closed with a Velcro dot. Now just be careful about where you put that Velcro dot, because I almost messed up. Almost. It's a good thing that this piece is here, because I put the Velcro dot down here first, and you're supposed to put it up there first. So you've got to put it on this piece first, okay? And you want to put it all the way at the top. All the way. Now we got to put our designer series paper on here first, so let me back up a step. I'm going to take that corner rounder again. We're only rounding the corners on one side. I know that was like, well, that's two, but I mean one side, both sides of one side. Hey, who's mowing? I don't think David is. Well, I know he's not, because he mowed yesterday, so it must be the neighbors. Now this stage, I like to use the liquid glue, because then I can slide it into place, right? This paper is so beautiful. Hydrangea hue. Did I say that that was the color we're using? Man, that sounds like David. It's not, though. It can't be. He mowed yesterday. I keep thinking I'm going to see him go by. Carrie, I'm so glad that you watch and you rewatch and you rewind. When I watch videos myself, I personally pause and rewind a lot. Yeah. Thank goodness for that. Could you imagine if we didn't have that option? Wait, why did I put my glue away? I do not want to put my glue away. I'm going to need it a bunch. Okay, so I'm not going to actually attach this layer on there. Oh, wait, I forgot the top piece of designer series paper. Yes, I love this color. I think some people think it's blue because it has a little bluish tint to it, but I call it purple. But it could also be viewed as blue. Okay, Mr. Cow is going to go on here first, and I'm going to add him with a Stampin' Dimensional. Okay, so I'm not putting him down yet. I'm just placing him where I think I want him to go. And then the koalas go in there, and the penguins go in there, and the little present is going down here. Can I just tell you that it took me more time to do all this than it took for the whole entire box making, was placing these guys. And the greeting. So we want the greeting to go, you know, like, in fact, I put the dimensional in the wrong spot. Grr. Because, and I say that, hold on. I say it because it will interfere with the greeting if I don't put it on his head. So it's got to go on his poofy head. Yeah, because the greeting is going to slide behind him and go over the penguin. See why it took me so long, right? Okay, so again, we're just testing the waters here to see where everything's going to line up. If you'll notice, the cow's feet are just right above the bottom of this layer here. So I'm going to go ahead and attach him. He is centered. And then the penguin's feet is halfway between his tail. So, if you want to be precise, you don't have to be, right? You can just do whatever you want. But, and then, wait, let's see. Where's he lined up at? Well, the first thing is put the present, because then that'll help you to line it up, right? And then this cute koala is gonna go right there. And then it goes on here. We add the hats last. I mean, you don't technically have to, but I did. And let's see, how did I add the hats? Oh, you know what? I cheated. Here's how I added the hats. I added the koala's hat with a glue dot because it makes it so much easier. Wait, I forgot to glue that down. Grr, only add adhesive up here at the top. If you add it at the bottom, then you're not going to be able to open your box. Okay? I'm going to hold that for a second. This stamp set is called Wild Bunch. And it is the, oh, where'd I put the box? It's the product of the month for June. So it's $5 when you purchase $75. Okay, so party hat for that one. And a party hat for this one. Now, because I popped up the cow, then I'm going to pop up his party hat, because if I didn't, it kind of wouldn't work, right? So I just used a mini Stampin' Dimensional. Ruh-roh. Now the greeting, and I did the same thing. I used a so two things. Well, hold on, I can't do that yet. I got to do it in a minute. I used a mini glue dot to attach the greeting because it was so much easier to do that. You use your favorite adhesive. I'm using a mini glue dot because I'm just going to slide it under there. Now I'm going to take that random dimensional that I just had in my hand. Once I attach the greeting, now I can place another dimensional on the cow. But I didn't want to do that until I attached the greeting, right? Now we've got ribbon and embellishments. I'm using the same embellishments that I think I used last week. Yeah, I used these last week, I think. In color dots. So I'm going to take one large one and one small one. So stinking cute, right? And then the ribbon. I don't know if that's enough to do. I could try. Oh no, that doesn't give me enough ribbon. Oh, here's the stamp set. Move this out of the way. Move that out of the way. Yeah, you have to spend $75 to purchase it for $5, and I actually can't order it for you. Like I've had, and I'm not offended by people asking me. I've had several people say, I've already ordered, or I can't order this month. Can you just order it for me? I cannot. I'm only allowed to order one, and that one's mine. So yeah, we're not allowed, demonstrators are not allowed to stockpile them and place multiple orders to get multiples. Okay, I got to stop talking. Yeah, if I place a $75 order in a couple days when there's free shipping, I can't add one of these to my order because it will say, you've already ordered it. You've already met your ordering ability, right? Okay. This ribbon is not cooperating tonight. I don't know why. What did I do? I wasn't holding my mouth right? Grr. Come on. I'm going to start over again. Third time's a charm. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to take my bone folder and I'm just going to kind of break it down a little. It kind of makes it a little softer. I don't know if that makes sense to y'all. If you find tying this ribbon a little difficult, just use your bone folder. I swear, if this was a pre-recorded video, I'd have a really good blooper there, right? I need to watch those bloopers again. It's been a long time. And then I'm going to attach it with a mini glue dot. Yeah, if it carries over, you still can only get it once. Because I've tried to go back and order an older product of the month. And yeah, you only get to order one. Which I really like that, to be honest. Because then it keeps the people that are offering card clubs and all these clubs. You know, so much of our product is immediately on back order because I'm not flaming them. I'm just saying that they buy everything and then there's nothing left for my customers. So I actually am glad that we're limited because then my customers can actually get it, right? Okay, so did I, one more thing. I bet you guys didn't even notice. There is a dot, a little dot that you can't see, but you can see it in person. So one more and it goes right there. And now if I hold it up, I bet you're going to say, oh, I see it now, right? I love it. It's so cute. Now, who doesn't want to order the stamp, the product of the month? See, I keep calling it the stamp of the month. You know why I call it the stamp of the month? Because I have asked Stampin' Up. Now, I have not asked in the last couple years, but years ago, I used to ask them all the time to come out with stamp of the month. And I would always say, remember back when Stampendous is that their name? Used to come out with the monkeys every month. I would rush to the store to get those monkeys. And then the fluffies, I think that's how you say it, the cats. I used to rush to the store and get the cats. So I kept asking for stamp of the month. So we don't have stamp of the month, but we have product of the month. I just wish we had more cute animals like this, right? They're so cute. Yes. So I used everything but the snail as far as critter wise. I have not used this yet, and I've not used this. In the project I'm going to share later this week, I used one of the other greetings. So today we used the happy birthday. So this project was made only with Wild Bunch. Okay? Yeah, now you can see the little dot. Okay, so last week's pick of the week was this product, right? And our winner was Nancy. Now, I emailed Nancy today because she gave me your email address. And so Nancy was our winner for last week's pick of the week. So now I'm going to show you guys this week's pick of the week. I try every weekend to make 2 fabric baskets. One to give away during the live and one to give away for pick of the week. So let me show you the flyer. Do I have it? Is this it? Yes. Okay. So this week's pick of the week is going to be the Party Banners dies. So here's the one that someone's going to win, an unopened one. This one's mine. Look how amazing this set of dies is. So it's the fabric basket and the dies. And all you have to do to enter to win is fill out my form. Last week, let me tell you how many entries. It's not being... We're not having a lot of people enter to win. Just like I said, this fabric basket, we had 28 entries. Last week's pick of the week, let me look and see. I wrote down how many entries we had. Okay, I wrote down 28 on that one. Well, I said I wrote it down. Maybe I tore it up. It was like 100 and... No, it wasn't 100. Do I still have it here? Let's see. It was less than 100. Yeah, it was less than 100. So, I'm looking because I know I wrote it down. Okay, so I'm going to go make one, before we do the live prizes, I'll get those here. Here's the live prizes. I'm going to go change that free shipping special really quickly so that I can repost that, because that image is seriously important for tonight, right? And it will really only take me like 30 seconds, because all I got to do is change the days. Let's see. That's going to be Thursday through Saturday. And save, and then just download, right? Yeah, share, download, download. Okay. Where is it? I'm going to drag it in this picture real quick. There we go. Thursday through Saturday, 3 days only, free shipping with a minimum order of $75. So when you order the $75, you can also add in the Wild Bunch stamp set. And if you don't want the Wild Bunch stamp set, order it for a friend if you're ordering $75, because I'm sure that a friend would really love it. You're not getting mine. That's one of those sets I'll keep forever. Okay, where did my comments go? Where are y'all? Did y'all leave me? There y'all are. Sarah says, shh, don't tell anyone. Your chances are getting higher. You're right. Your chances are high, right? Okay, so I'm happy to know that I'm not the only one that messed up, right? Yeah. It's always been Wednesday through Friday. So it just goes to show that we didn't read, right? Yeah. I didn't have more entries than that, just like this one. When I looked and I saw that I only had 28 entries to win this, I was like, okay, my feelings are a little bit hurt. Nobody won my basket. I love it. And I know that Shauna, I'm pretty positive she's going to love it. I hope. Well, she left a comment wanting to win, right? So that was all you had to do to enter to win for that fabric basket, was just leave a comment. I'm going to scroll back for a couple minutes and try to see if I missed any comments. If I missed your comment, if it was an important one, or you want to recap it again now, you're welcome to send me an email or repost it. The conversation flows faster than I can watch, and especially when I'm stamping or making the project, I know that I'm missing lots of comments. So it's not intentional, but I know it's important that I get the project made, so that, because some people need to get to dinner and have other activities. So I try to make the project from start to finish without interruption, and then that way people can go on if they need to. But if I missed your question, definitely let me know. So how to enter to win the pick of the month. Here is the image. There is a QR code right here that you can use your smartphone. If you don't know how to use your camera on your smartphone to use the QR code, I have a link on my website, and let's see. It's also in the YouTube description. So I'm live right now. When I'm not live, if you'll look at the description, it lists the product that we're using today. It lists the link to the live prizes. It lists the link to the pick of the week. So all you got to do really is look at the description of the video, and it's all the links that you need will be right there. And the comments went away again. Where are y'all? There you are. Okay, let me scroll back. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the compliments. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to recap the live prizes. Again, you do have to be present to win. So hopefully you guys didn't leave. The gingham paper, yes, the gingham paper, everything that I used tonight, with the exception of this gingham paper, it's all available now. That paper will be July. Yes, sorry about that. But I had to use the pre-order stuff, right? Okay, let me scroll to the bottom really quick. What goodies will fit inside here? So it will hold a Stampin' Seal Plus. It will also hold 2 liquid glues in there. It measures 4.5 by 3 by 1. So it's a really nice size box, right? So 4.5 by 3 by 1. Okay. We had tacos. Tacos would be good. I haven't had tacos in a while, right? Could I post the link for the Velcro dots? Okay, so yes, Lois, I can. When we're done with the live prizes, will you remind me? So here's the live chick handy. You've got about 30 seconds to hop over there and fill out the form. I'm going to recap them real quick, and then I'm going to go pull the entries, okay? So option number A is a chick-a-majig, okay? It's the 2-inch and the 1.5. So a chick-a-majig. Option B is either this fabric basket or this one. Whatever one is not chosen, it will go back in the pot for next week, okay? So a fabric basket is option B. Option C is a chick stand. Option D is this pack of Designer Series paper. This is the Brights collection. And then option E is this bolt of ribbon, which is the chevron. It's garden green, okay? I don't need this. This is the little sleeve for the chickamajig. Okay, so give me about a half a minute or a minute. I'm going to go get the entries now, okay? Let's see. And then I'll share my screen to do the drawing, okay? I'm still logging in, so you still got time. The internet is slow. So for the prizes tonight, for the live chick candy, we have 157 entries. I'm happy to say that the live prizes are getting way better response than the others, right? Okay, so let me download these. And today's date is 6/9. And all I got to do now is copy and paste them, and then I will share my screen. Copy. Okay. Do I have my timer? I have my timer. I'm fixing to draw the first name, and you're going to have 3 minutes to claim your prize, okay? So I'm going to share my screen. Screen share, where are you? Here we go. Okay. Oh, there's no sound. Congrats, Deborah. Your name is familiar. Did you win recently? So, Deborah, you have 3 minutes to claim your prize. Okay, Deborah. I guess I should move the 3-minute timer over here. So if anyone happens upon us, this is what we made. This is our winner. And where is the comments? It keeps disappearing. There we go. Okay, so Deborah, winner number 1. I think I asked y'all when the video went live, or no, did I? I think you want the star basket. You got it. Okay, so Deborah was the winner for that. This will go back in the kitty for next week. And I will try to find some more, I'll try to find some more fabric like that. It probably will be a little bit different. And let me turn this back over. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen again. And we're going to draw the next. Okay, what is going on? Okay, here we go. Winner number 2. Congrats, Francis. You have 3 minutes to claim your prize. And I'll recap your options. So Francis, well, I'm so glad that you're excited. Good. So Betty, depending on where you're at, everyone's internet connection works a little bit different, but there's no shenanigans, there's no cheating. It's just things are a little bit on a lag. So because of everyone's internet, it just is seen at a different time. But yeah, there's no way to manipulate the drawing. Everyone just sees it a little bit different time. Yeah. Okay, so Francis is winner number 2. Option A is the Chick-a-ma-jig. Option C is the chick stand. Option D is the designer series paper. And option E is the ribbon. And while we're waiting for Francis, she wants the designer series paper. You got it. And I'm going to put the link for our winners to fill out the claim form because I need y'all's addresses. Even if I know you, I still need your address. I need you to acknowledge you won, and it also is proof that I'm shipping you something that you won. Okay, so let me share my screen again, and we're going to do the final drawing. Screen share. Okay, here we go. Congrats, Dolores. And let me stop sharing my screen. So our final winner, as long as she's here, right? Dolores, you are our third winner. There you go, the chick stand. So we've got the Chick-a-ma-jig, the chick stand, the ribbon. Those are your 3 choices. Yeah. So we're just waiting to hear from Dolores. And the video will be available as soon as I sign off. And then tomorrow you'll have the free template and the free printable that has all the measurements. She wants the ribbon. You got it. And the ribbon. Okay, so we are done for tonight. Is there any last minute questions before I sign off? Like I said, David's up there cooking dinner. So last week he was at a meeting, and so I had time to sit around and visit. But tonight I'm actually going to go eat my hamburger. Option A is a Chick-a-ma-jig. It's my creation. If you sew, what it does is it boxes. It's a tool to use to box the corners. So, for example, the bottom of this basket. Let me show you. The bottom of this basket was using a 2-inch. Let me get mine because this is a brand new one that I'm giving away. I have mine over here that I've used for over 2 years. Yes, I came up with this idea like 2+ years ago when I bought my 3D printer, and then my health took a turn for the worse, and for the worse again, right? So you can tell I've used both sides a lot. So there is a video that I have that shows how to use it, but this is 2 inches. So for a 2-inch bottom, a 2-inch corner, you get a 4-inch bottom. So I showed a video of how to, well, let me show you. So here is the bottom of the fabric, right? The fabric that I've sewn together. And so all I do is take an erasable marker and I line up this side with the seam and this side with the seam. And then I trace that And then I do the same thing on this side. And then I cut this out. And so what this does is it just makes it so much easier that I don't have to keep using a ruler. I don't have to keep looking for the 2-inch on this side and the 2-inch on this side. Like, it's just so much easier to do this, especially when you make, I've made thousands of items that I've sewn. And so having this little tool makes it so much easier to box those corners. Yeah, so I called it, what did I call it? A chickamajig. We've said all kinds of names, but it's the one that just really resonated with us. And then if you're familiar with boxing corners, then you just do that and do it on this side and you sew it. Anywho, those of you that don't sew, so sorry about that, right? But yeah, that's the chickamajig. Just like the chick stand that my sister and I came up with this forever and ever and ever ago. Like, gosh, almost 20 years ago. So the chick stand and now the chickamajig. Yeah, and I do have them available on my website. Could you please give us the site of where you got your material? If you're talking about this material, I can give you that website. What was I supposed to give y'all the link to at the end of the video? Can somebody tell me? I was supposed to tell y'all something at the end. What was it? I think it was a link to something. What was it? Do y'all remember? Yes, I sell them on my website. And if you order like coasters or chick stands or anything, I have just an add-on option that you can get it for $5. But because shipping is a minimum of $6, I charge $9.50 for it. But if you ordered coasters or chick stands or anything like that, like I said, I can add it to an order. You can add it to an order for only $5. But I have to, yeah. I wish I could sell it for $5, right? Back in the old days when shipping wasn't so expensive. I'll get the link for that. And then there was something else I was supposed to share the link. What was it? Oh, I know. Hold on. Let me, oh goodness, what did I just do? Oh, girl, what did I do? Are y'all still there? I don't know if y'all are still there. I'll post this and see if it goes. Oh, the Velcro dots. I hope y'all are still alive. I have like this bright yellow thing on my screen. Velcro dots. V-E-L. Velcro. Oh, you know what? Here's the Velcro dots. But where is the... You're looking for the box. Let's see. Let me see if I can find that. Velcro dots box. Oh, I don't know. Oh, here we go. Here's the copy. Here's the Velcro dots box. Okay, there's the box, the Velcro dot box. Try to say that real quickly, right? And then now you want the glue dot box. Glue dots box. I was going to say thank goodness for search, but okay, that didn't come up. Glue dots box. Glue dots clear blocks. Let's see if that'll come up. Clear box. Here we go. Copy. Okay. Here's the glue dots Clear box. Okay, was that all the links you were looking for? Okay, so I didn't end the video. I just for some reason have like a really yellow screen. I don't know why. Uh-oh. It looks like the Velcro dots did not transfer. Oh, wait. It was the Velcro dots the Velcro dots, the actual dots I used are in the YouTube description already. Yeah. Okay, so don't forget about the free shipping. I'll give that a plug before we sign off. Free shipping Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Don't forget to enter to win the pick of the week. I'm really hoping that I have more entries for next week. Just saying. Oh, the material. So, I'm going to write the name of the fabric store, and she does ship. So if you'll go to Quilter's Bliss in Olathe, Kansas, that's where I got this fabric, and it's called Independence Day by Sweetwater. Yeah, it's called Independence Day by Sweetwater. Now, I know that this fabric is still there because I got an email from her today, and this was one of the most popular sales for this week. I don't know if this one's still available. I don't know. But if you'll just type in, if you'll go over there to her website, Quilter's Bliss, and it's called Independence Day by Sweetwater. I love Sweetwater fabric. Yeah. Okay, any other last minute questions? And you guys are always welcome to email me, right? Yeah. So if I didn't see your question, I'm so sorry. Shoot me an email. Okay, don't forget, free shipping, pick of the week, and I'm going to have a video later for you this week using this stamp set again. So don't forget to order it, okay? Okay, I'll see you guys live next Tuesday. Same time, same place. Have a great week, guys. See you later.